Okay, everyone, welcome to this video lesson, this last video lesson for the school year. So make sure that you are taking really good notes in order for you to do well on this last quiz, right? So we identify the name of the notes, which is Circles Quiz Preview, right? So in this first section here, we are going to find the measure of the arc or central angle indicated, right? We are going to assume that lines which appear to be diameters are actual diameters, right? So lines that are going down the middle, right, that go down the middle of the circle from one side to another are diameters. So number one says we're going to find angle TUR. So we're going to find angle arc TUR. So it's a major arc, right? So we're going TU and then all the way to R, right? So we're finding the arc. So as we recall that the central angle is equal to the arc. So that's 81 degrees. So if this is 55, this is 55 degrees, right? So what we need is we need to find that right there, right? This is what's missing right here, okay? Now, fortunately for us here, we recognize that, check this out, that this right here creates and actually let me go a little thinner here, right, right there. This right here creates a diameter and creates a semicircle which is 180 degrees. So that means that this plus this is 180, right? Or from here to there is 180. So if we do 180 minus 55, we'll get the missing angle. So if we do 180 minus 55, we get 125, right? So that means that this angle here is 125. So that means that this arc here is also 125 degrees. So now if we go from here all the way around there, we add up our 81, our 55, our 125 will give us arc TUR. So if we say measure TUR, arc TUR is equal to 81 plus 55 plus 125, right? So these three together will give us our arc TUR, right? So again, let us use the tools that we have. So we go to Desmo Scientific Calculator, right? So we go back and we say 81, 55, 125. 81 plus 55 plus 125 is 261. 261 degrees. And there we go. Look at that. All right. So the idea, remember, one of the key main ideas, we know that the semicircle is 180 degrees. So we work with that. All right. So let's go to number 2 here. So number 2 says we're going to find angle DBF. So let's see, DBF. So we're going to find this angle right here, right? So we're going to find that angle, DBF, right there. Well, fortunately, I remember that the arc is equal to the central angle. So that means that this is 42 right here, equal to the central angle. and this is 71 right here, equal to the central, to the arc, I'm sorry, right? Central angle is equal to arc. Central angle is equal to arc. So these two together create DBF. Look at that. Pretty good, right? So we say angle DBF is equal to 42 plus 71, which equals to angle DBF is equal to 113 degrees. And there we go. All right. So you definitely see some of these examples in the quiz. All right. Let's go to number 3. Number 3 has a new set of instructions. So we're going to, right, find the length of the segment indicated. We are going to round to the nearest tenth if necessary. Okay? So, on this one, everybody, we remember that we have our center of the circle and we have our vertices, right? So that means that from the center to the side, right, is our vertex. So that's 13.7 and that's 13.7. They're equal, right? Also from the center to the side is this right here. So that means that's 13.7 as well. But it's made out of two pieces right here. From here to here, from here to here, it's made out of that and that. So these two here make up one orange. So x plus 4.9 is equal to 13.7, right? So we say x plus 4.9 is equal to 13.7. So we move our 4.9 over, and we get x is equal to, if I'm not sure, 13.7 minus 4.9. So I say 13.7 minus 4.9 is 8.8. 8.8. And look at that. There you go. That's number 3. Okay. Let's look at number 4. So, again, I'm going to remember that I have the center of my circle and my radii are equal, right? So that means that from the center to the side is equal. From the center to the side, from the center to the side, they are equal, right? So that means that this diameter is made out of 2 greens. 1, 2, right? But this is only one of them, which is 4.4 plus 7.7, 7.4, excuse me, right? And I want to find x. I want to find the whole thing. So what I do is I'm going to multiply this by 2, because look, 1, 2, to get the whole thing. So here I'm going to get x is equal to 2 times 4.4 plus 7.4. 2 greens, right? Because 2 greens make up 1 diameter. Okay? So I do parentheses first, right? 4.4 plus 7.4 is 11.8. And then I bring down my 2, right? And then I get x is equal to 2 times 11.8 is 23.6. And there you go. Look at that. That's my solution for number 4. All right, so you will definitely see some of these in the quiz. Working with chords, working with vertices. All right. So let's look at these next set of instructions. Right. The instruction says, find the measure of each arc. Round your answers to the nearest tenth. Right? Round your answers to the nearest tenth. So, on this one here, they want us to find this arc right here. And actually, it's supposed to be a little darker, but they want us to find this arc. Now, let us remember that this here is the radius, so this is R. And this one here is theta, right? So we need the formula. So what we do is we go back here, right? And we go back to our Schoology, right? And actually, no, I have the app. What am I thinking? I go back to Schoology, right? And I go to my courses, and I go to geometry, and I go to my circles lesson, and I go to week 11, and I say there, and I find my attachments, and I'm going to find my notes. So I'm going to find my arc. So to find my arc, right, it says 2 pi r times theta over 360. 2 pi r times theta over 360. Okay? So 2 pi r is 3 times theta is 45 over 360. Look at that. So I'm going to type this into the calculator. So I'm going to go back over here to my calculator, and I'm going to clear that, and I'm going to say 2 pi times, what was it again? 3. 2 pi times 3, parentheses, 45 divided by 360 is 2.35. The 5 moves the 3 up, running to the nearest tenth place to a 4. So we get arc length is equal to 2.4 yards. Look at that. Right? We use our notes. We use our notes because I haven't memorized that. Have you memorized that? If you have, great. If not, then we use our notes. Okay? So, another one. Let us find this arc length here. So this one's a little more obvious, the dark arc here. Right? So this is a major arc. And again, we have our theta and we have our r. So again, I'm going to say 2 pi r parentheses theta over 360. 2 pi times r, which is 14, theta 270 over 360. Okay, 2 pi r, 2 pi 14. Okay, so let us clear. 2 pi times 14, parentheses 270 divided by 360, parentheses, and I get 65.9, but the 7 is going to push the 9 to a 10, which is going to carry over to 66. So we are going to get arc length is equal to 66.0 meters. Look at that. Perfect. Right? So you will definitely see some arc length, find the arc length in your quiz. Finally, last 2 kiddos, we are going to find, meant to do blue. Here we go. Find the area of each sector. Round your answers to the nearest tenth. Right? So we're going to find the area of each sector. So in this case here, we have our sector is right there. Look at this. This is our entire sector here. So our sector is all of that right here. We're finding the area of all of that. So what we're going to find is we're going to use our theta and we're going to use our r just like before, right? But this time we're going to use our sector notes. There's the area right there. Pi r squared times theta over 360. So we say pi r squared times theta over 360. So pi times r is 4 squared times theta, which is 225, over 360. So I'm going to put that into the parentheses to give me the area. So pi times 4 squared. So let's clear that. So pi times 4 squared, parentheses, what was it again? 225. 225, oh, inside there. 225 divided by 360, and that gives me 31.4, right? So we get 31.4 yards squared, right? We can't forget the squared when we're doing area. 31.4 yards squared. All right, finally, last one here, right? So we are finding the area, the sector area of this piece of pie or pizza slice, right? So we're finding all of this right here. How much is that pizza slice? Right? So we need theta and we need r. And our formula here was pi r squared. Pi r squared times theta over 360. So pi r is 14 squared. Theta is 120 over 360, just like that. And that, kiddos, is going to give us our area. So pi times 14 squared. So let's clear that. Pi times 14 squared, parentheses, what was it again? 120. 120 divided by 360. Give us 205.2, but the 5 pushes the 2 to a 3, right? 205.3 inches squared. And there you go. Look at that. That's our area. That is our sector area. And that, kiddos, is our quiz preview. So make sure that you wrote everything down. Make sure you sketched every circle in order for you to fully understand this entire quiz preview. All right. So good luck on your final quiz. Thank you guys for being great students of mine this year.